making great efforts to reach global zero.
Kazakhstan is in favor of multilateral cooperation. It allows the country to effectively respond to emerging challenges. Kazakh delegation proposed specific recommendations to strengthen multilateralism at the UN Security Council. As part of the initiatives introduced by China, which chairs the council this month, a multilateral cooperation meeting was organized. Special attention was paid to group efforts in the fight against nuclear weapons, as well as to activities of a new coalition of states, which was created based on Kazakhstan's recommendations. The adopted Code of Conduct for a World Free of Terrorism was another example of the cooperation. While working in the UN Security Council, Kazakhstan also contributed to support the peacekeeping mission in Lebanon. Deputy Permanent Representative of Kazakhstan to the UN highlighted that during its work in the UN Security Council, the Republic constantly sought to introduce the optimal multilateral approach, transparency, impartiality and partnership, which are the hallmarks of Kazakhstan's foreign policy.
The credibility of multilateralism, but through
Making great efforts to reach global zero.
the European Union is a demonstration.
We need to reinforce the principles that govern international coexistence, namely global leadership, shared responsibility, and collective action. Such challenges as protracted wars, unresolved conflicts, terrorism, extremism, poverty, disease, illicit migration, instability of humanitarian space, and climate change are beyond the scope of any nation. These problems are aggravated by the unpredictable regional and global insecurity, the erosion of internationally legally binding norms, external interference, proxy wars, and the threat of use of WMD. My country's president, Nursultan Nazarbayev, in this regard, in his manifesto titled "The World, the 21st Century," has called on world leaders to jointly work towards a just economic and social order in the world, and also appealed to bring an end to all conflicts, terrorism, abolish WMD.
The trade volume between Kazakhstan and Russia is increasing. The number of domestic products exported to the neighboring country is on the rise. Experts say that this indicates that Kazakh goods are competitive and in demand. For example, fishery products from Atyrau region had successfully created their niche in Russia. According to official data, over 800 tons of products have been exported to Russia since the beginning of the year. More than 60 types of fish products were sold. We sell not only freshly caught fish, but we also export processed products to both domestic and foreign markets. Trade relations with Russia have been established. Working with the neighboring country is convenient and cost-effective for us.
биылғы жылдың 8 айының қорытындысы бойынша Ресей Федерациясымен
In the first 8 months of this year, the trade turnover between Russia and Kazakhstan amounted to over $189 million. Comparing to last year, the figure increased by 9%. The leading position is occupied by the turnover in the oil industry and the export of live fish.
ең бастысы көш басқан бұл мұнай саласы, мұнай, сонымен қатар тірі балық.
The Aktobe flour mill is also successfully representing its products in foreign markets. The company supplies almost its entire product line to Russia. In total, they process 90,000 tons of grain per year and produce up to 6,000 tons of pasta. Confectionery is also popular in the neighboring country. For example, the manufacturer of the Gent in chocolate national delicacy successfully promotes its brand in Orenburg. The trade turnover between Aktobe and Orenburg regions has seen an increase by 3 times. Last year, the value was estimated at $120 million.
В целях развития экспортного потенциала Актюбинской области у нас
We have signed agreements with several regions in Russia to develop the export potential of the Aktobe region. The list of regions includes Orenburg, Tatarstan, and Ulyanovsk region. 20% of the value was contributed by the Orenburg region. Due to such close cooperation, exports from Aktobe region are growing every year. The Kostanay region has increased the export volumes of dairy products by 4 times. Since the beginning of the year, more than 10,000 tons of processed raw materials have been shipped to Russia. We have our own laboratory in every shop. We have a very large export to Russia. Before delivering the products, we must make sure that we ship good products. There are issued certificates of quality for our product. Over the past year, the facility increased its export volume by 12%. It exported products worth more than 1 billion tenge to Russia by expanding the geography of supplies from Chelyabinsk to Siberia. In 2018-2019, the GDP growth in Central Asian region is estimated at 4%. The The forecast was presented by the International Monetary Fund in its The Caucasus and Central Asia Economic Outlook report. Deputy Director of IMF, Juha Kahkonen, said that the economic growth dynamics in the region will stabilize. The expert also said that the Central Asia states need structural reforms. The states will overcome the challenges such as instability in hydrocarbon pricing as well as the general fluctuations in global economy. The countries need to focus on investments in human capital and actively develop the private sector.
Promoting access to finance, the banking sectors were measured higher, but also more.
There has been a good recovery from the slowdown that was caused by lower oil prices and weak partner country growth. And so 2017 was a good year, and this year growth is also quite solid in the region, close to 4%. For countries to do well in the medium term, they need to do further reforms if they are going to catch up with the peer countries.
Tashkent will go through many changes by 2025. The city will become one of the smart cities in Central Asia. This is long-term strategic goal for the ancient cities' development. The creators of the plan say that the goal will become a basis for economic growth in Tashkent, and the major transformations will lead the city to a new international level. The comprehensive program is divided into 6 main areas. The changes will start from administrative reforms, including goals of preserving ecology of a mega city. The historical part of the city will be thoroughly studied, as well as housing and communal services will be significantly improved. Experts say that upon the development strategy, the experience of foreign experts and neighboring countries are carefully studied. Main attention is paid to the development of Tashkent city. High-tech skyscrapers will be built.
То, каким мы хотим видеть Ташкент в 2025 году,
People's opinions on how they want to see Tashkent in 2025 are 90% same. We want a tolerant modern city. We want a city that gives benefit to investors and who are happy to cooperate.
рад инвесторам, и инвесторы рады с ним сотрудничать.
The cargo transportation volume between Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan has increased by 42%. The statement was reported at the Kazakh-Kyrgyz Commission meeting. The parties highlight that the list of main goods transported by road includes plant and food products as well as consumer and construction goods. Germany is studying a possibility of financing construction of small hydropower plants in Tajikistan's mountainous regions. Special attention was paid to a hydroelectric power station in the Murgab district. At a meeting, the parties discussed about the need to continue bilateral cooperation in hydropower development, medical care improvement, and access to education. The Oklon Multifunctional Technology Park will be created in Tashkent. It will be built in the Shaikhan Takur district on an area of almost 2 hectares. On the territory, projects on production of new types of competitive import substituting products, materials and components will be implemented. Over 600,000 tons of agricultural products will be exported to Kyrgyzstan by the end of the year. According to the Kazakh Ministry of Agriculture, more than 400,000 tons of cabbage, carrots, fruits and dried fruits, as well as nuts and pistachios have been exported. This year, export volumes will increase due to beans and cotton. By 2020, this figure will reach 1 million tons. Kyrgyzstan started to export potatoes to Uzbekistan. According to Kyrgyz Kabar, businessmen of the two countries signed an agreement for the supply of 2,000 tons of root vegetables. To date, more than 66 tons of potatoes have been shipped from the Isyk-Kul region to Uzbekistan. The phytosanitary certification was carried out in accordance with the requirements of Uzbekistan. Kazakhstan is interested in the development of medical tourism. The country is taking a number of measures to improve and expand the industry. Cardiac surgeons in the country are confidently taking leading positions in Central Asian countries. Experts from Serbia, Poland, Turkey and Germany will learn from their Kazakh colleagues. The number of foreign patients who trust Kazakh cardiologists is increasing.
Наши клиники оборудованы достаточно современные, высокотехнологические.
In our clinic, the equipment is quite modern and high-tech. We can assist children who have difficult diagnosis. Thanks to our training, we went to study, watch and learn from the experience.
Благодаря нашему обучению, то, что мы ездили, обучались, смотрели, перенимали опыт.
Surgeries for adult and children who are residents of Kazakhstan are free of charge due to the guaranteed volume of medical care. The surgery cost ranges from 500,000 to 2 million tenge, depending on the complexity of the operations and expenses. More than 15,000 different types of surgeries have been performed in the Pavlodar Cardiac Surgery Center alone in the past 6 years. The hospital's doctors have mastered over 50 types of surgical interventions, whereby some of which are considered unique. Recently, they operated on a 7-month-old baby from Semey who is diagnosed with congenital heart disease with aortopulmonary window. Surgeons say that it is the first time that they encountered with such situation. The defect was located between the aorta and the pulmonary artery on a large distance. In practice, it ends in the aortic arch, where the neck vessels come from. We had to completely stop the heartbeat and stop blood circulation. For these purposes, we have to lower the child's body temperature. A team of the best Pavlodar cardiac surgeons performed the surgery for 4 hours. Now the patient, Zemfira, is laughing, actively moving and trying to walk.
До операции мы себя ужасно, она вес вообще не набирала, 200-300 грамм в месяц.
Before the surgery, it was terrible. She didn't gain weight at all, only 200 to 300 grams per month. She had episodes of shortness of breath and she was pale. Since the surgery, her health has improved. She started eating and playing.
Хорошо кушать, играемся, веселая стала. Улучшение.
In the Pavlodar Center, the country's first cardiology group is created to unite several hospitals. There are a number of foreign patients who choose Kazakh hospitals for treatment because of the longer waiting time for surgeries or very high cost of surgeries in their home countries. Focused on innovations and unique business ideas, Astana is becoming a center for generating digital technology. In Kazakhstan's capital, a unique platform for implementing creative projects of talented youth has been launched. Ambitious startups as well as dozens of large global IT companies are located in the Astana Hub International Technopark of IT startups.
Пару месяцев назад мы участвовали на Echelon Asia Summit. Это одна из крупнейших технологических площадок.
A couple of months ago, we took part in the summit, which is one of the largest technology sites in Singapore. We were awarded with the Best Project for Business nomination. We want to protect the entire Kazakhstan digital space from web threats and hacker attacks.
Интернет, то есть все казахстанское интернет-пространство от веб-угроз каких-то, от атак хакерских и так далее.
One of the breakthrough projects is the Human Weight Control System. The project was created by a graduate of the Nazarbayev Intellectual School. The next step is finding a patent.
The
metabolic mask reads biological data of a person during his or her physical training and shows the exact number of calories burned, controls breathing and muscle tone. The app develops an individual training plan and meals for users. A special Shibir service platform was established in the Astana Hub. The creator of the project highlights that all innovative ideas can be realized through the platform. We have all the necessary equipment, including 3D printers, machine tools, laser machines, and electronics, so that people can create their product and show the invention to investors and their consumers. Today, startups have attracted investments of 28 million tenge. In order to improve the system in the country, a business angels club, an association of venture capitalists, and the co-investment fund, as well as an IT university, will be created. A collection of the 25th anniversary of tenge coins issued by the National Bank has been sold out in 2 days. The cost of each kilogram of the silver coin is around 268,000 tenge, and the total of the coins sold was 200 pieces. The coins were released as part of the Memorable Events and Amazing People Coins series. The first silver coins of Kazakhstan were issued in 1995. Every year, the National Bank offers several collections of coins for ballistics and numismatics experts. The coins coins are mainly made of silver, gold, and milk wire. The collections won several times at international competitions. The main requirement is the design and quality of the coins. In this respect, the quality of Kazakh coins is not indifferent to coins from other countries.
Существуют монеты, которые занимают первые места именно среди всех монет мира. Там, в частности, монета «Тигр» с бриллиантами.
A tiger coin with diamond was recognized as the best in 2 nominations in the Australian competition. The Space Series coins with tantalum are produced only in Kazakhstan. Gold of Nomads coins is in demand both in Kazakhstan and abroad. The most valuable silver coins is the 10 Years of Independence series. It cost 47,000 tenge when it was issued in 2001. Now the price amounts to over $20,000.
Серебряная монета килограммовая 10 лет независимости. Значит, в свое время она вышла в 2001 году, в свое время она стоила 47 тысяч тенге. Сейчас она стоит дороже 20 тысяч долларов.
On November 15, 1993, tenge was introduced as a new trading instrument in Kazakhstan. During these years, the Kazakh money has repeatedly been recognized as one of the most beautiful, high quality, and in demand in the international market. In Kazakhstan, November 15 is celebrated as the National Currency Day. Winner of the Olympic Games, World Championships, Winter Universiade and Asian Games, Dennis Ten was known throughout the world as an outstanding figure skater and professional in his field. However, not everyone knew about the other sides of his personality, his love for music and photography. Residents of the capital have an opportunity to see the works of Dennis. The Dennis Ten Foundation organized an exhibition in Astana in memory of the figure skater. His family and friends presented photos when he gave speeches, his personal photo archive, songs recorded by him, as well as his skates and even a suit from the last skating show. For the opening of the exposition, Dennis's girlfriend, Russian winner of 2 World Junior titles, Yelena Radionova, arrived in Kazakhstan. It was very hard to watch a video from the Dennis and his friends show because it happened recently. Dennis was a great athlete, a man with great character, a hero of his people, and he will forever remain in our hearts. The main goal of the Dennis Ten Foundation is to continue the work of the figure skater who paid great attention to sports development in Kazakhstan. Organizers plan to open an academy of figure skating, produce a film based on script written by Dennis Ten, record his music album, and publish his stories and poems. Astana Opera performed in Genoa. The Kazakh theatre has opened its tours in Italy with the staging of Abai by Ahmed Zhubanov and Latif Hamidi. Prior to the performance, the artists wore Kazakh national costumes and staged an excerpt from the opera on the square located in front of the city's main opera theatre.
Посредством музыки, языка великолепной поэзии Mukhtar Awezova.
This music, the language of music, the magnificent poetry of Mukhtar Awezov, this very dramatic story, this amazing opera story, and this background and message show that Kazakhstan is a country of great spirituality.
Который показывает о том, что говорит о том, что Казахстан это страна огромной духовности.
The Abai opera in Kazakh premiered in the Carlo Felice Theatre. The theatre, which was built in the 19th century, survived difficult times. After the Second World War, it went through many years of reconstruction. Today, glorified teams from all over the world perform on its stage. I think this opera is the most grandiose performance of Astana Opera. It shows traditions of Kazakhs. Subtitles were provided for Italian viewers so they understand the essence of the production. The performance was broadcasted in 40 countries. This is an extraordinary experience. A scenography, an unusual story, heroes, costumes, and of course, voices are impressive. They're a little different from what we used to listen to. They are warm and fascinating. The story is very unusual, beautiful, and original. The Kazakhs delighted the Italian public with the performance of another world masterpiece, famous Symphony No. 9 by Ludwig van Beethoven.